Okay, so this is called completing the square, and what this does is it takes an equation from standard form and it puts it into vertex form. Okay, so that's ideal because vertex form is way easier to draw than standard form. Okay, so we're going to be switching. See, this is in standard form right now. We're going to be switching that to vertex form, and we're going to be, it's called completing the square. So essentially you do the same thing every time. So I'm going to write y is equal to x squared minus 8x. I'm going to put a blank, and my plus 13 is going to trail behind. Okay, and what I'm putting in this blank is it's going to be, what is half of minus 8? Half of minus 8 is minus 4. And then we're going to square minus 4. So it's going to be always half of this middle squared. Okay, so half of minus 8 is minus 4. Squared is minus 4 times minus 4 is 16. Okay, so you can't just magically bring a 16 onto one side. You got to keep the equation balanced and put the 16 on the other side as well. Okay, and then we can take this whole piece, and this is the square part. We can write it as just half of the middle. Okay, so we still got this plus 16, y equals. We're going to write this whole chunk, this piece right here, as half of the middle. So we'll put x minus 4, because that was half of the middle, and we'll put the squared right there. And we still have this 13 trailing behind. Okay, our last step is we're going to subtract 16 over to this other side. So we end up with y equals x minus 4 squared. 13 minus 16 is a minus 3. Okay, this is now in vertex form. Okay, we took it from standard form to vertex form. This is our vertex, and we'd be able to graph this. Okay, I'll do the next one. And the only difference with this one is there's a number in front. So we want to divide out by that first. So I'll put y equals, and then I have minus 2. And so I'm dividing by minus 2 in the front two pieces. Okay, so minus 2 goes out front, and I'll have x squared, and 12x divided by minus 2 is minus 6x. I'm going to put my blank, close my bracket, and put plus 2. So we didn't divide by minus 2 in this last piece here. Okay, again, I'm going to do half of this middle. So half of minus 6 is minus 3, and we're going to square it, which is positive 9. But instead of putting positive 9 on this side, it's actually a 9 times a minus 2, because this is out front now. There was nothing out front before in this other one. So I'm going to put 9 times minus 2 is minus 18. So to keep this side balanced, I'm going to put a minus 18 over on this side. Okay. So I'm still going to have a minus 18 over here. And I have minus 2. And this is the part where we take this whole chunk and we write it as half of the middle with a squared. So I'm going to write x, half of the middle was minus 3 with a squared sign. And we still have the plus 2 trailing behind. Okay, now to finish it off, I'm going to add 18 and add 18. So my equation is y equals minus 2 x minus 3 squared plus 20. Okay, same idea for the last one. I'm going to divide by minus 3 first for these. So minus 3 goes out front, and I have x squared minus 24x divided by minus 3 is plus 8x. I'll put my bracket, and I'll put minus 19 trailing behind. So I'm going to write half of the middle is 4. 4 squared is 4 times 4 is 16. So that's a positive 16. But 16 doesn't go on this side. It's 16 times a minus 3, which is minus 48 to keep it balanced. We'll go on that side. Okay, so I have a minus 48 with my y. I have minus 3, and we're going to take this whole chunk and we're going to write it as half of the middle. So x plus 4 squared, and we still have this minus 19 hanging out. So we're going to add 48 to it. And we have y equals minus 3 x plus 4 squared, and minus 19 plus 48 is a positive 29. And this is now in vertex form.